Hello there, welcome to Target Radio Podcasts. Yes, we have a podcast for your ears. Every week here on the show, on our live shows that is, we try and get an interesting persons, artists, band members, music, poets, film playwrights. We even get, we'll try and get everyone. We'll try and get everyone that's interested in our genre of music that we portray here on Target Radio. So what we do is sit them down, we have a telephone interview, sometimes a live interview, and we discuss all things in their profession. So stay tuned here. This one is an absolute blast. You're going to love this, and I'll be back at the end to obviously tell you what's coming up in the very near future. So I am the Podfather. I will now tell you that this is Target Radio Podcasts. Don't forget to check us out on iTunes, and if you think we deserve it, don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating. That would be rather nice. Thank you very much indeed. So over to me, Cookie, and obviously to Andy Top Walker as well. And sit tight, and enjoy. This is Target Radio.
Dear God in heaven, please let this show go okay, with no major boobs or goofs, or is it goofs? Please don't let me tread all over the intros of records, or say a naughty word.
I listen to
Sean Cook.
Oh, Sean Cook.
We'd like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Oh, Sean Cook.
And a very good evening. Welcome. It's 7 o'clock. It's Tuesday, the 28th of April 2020. Proves I'm live. I mean, how could I have made that up? Anyway, what a rotten day, weather-wise. Rain, and more rain. Is it raining where you are? It's still raining here. Anyway, we're here to brighten up your evening. Well, at least for the next couple of hours at least. We've got a fantastic singer-songwriter. We've got Mr. Carl Morris on the show this evening. Woo! Looking forward to that. He'll be on in around about 15-20 minutes' time, we hope. And hopefully, I'm going to name and shame now. Virgin Media, thank you very much indeed for disturbing our show last night. Yes, you can log on and you'll find out that we've done about 17 minutes of the show, internet went. Apparently I wasn't the only one. Everyone's internet went. Those that are subscribed to Virgin Media. Anyway, we're all back now and everyone's happy-ish. I wonder if we get a discount. Mind you, Richard Branson, I think he needs the money. I'm not saying no more. Anyway, on tonight's show, we are going to hear loads from Mr. Carl Morris. We've got some Stranglers coming up. Some Lambretters, bit of Star Council. We might even have some Stevie Wonder in the studio as well. Yeah, he said he's coming in. We are keeping 2 meters apart, though, Stevie and myself. Well, we have to, I'm afraid. Yes, the birthday shout-outs just before we get on with Carl. So that's coming up in a couple of records' time. Yeah, we're rushing things through this evening because Carl's got other things, commitments on this evening. So we're going to try and get Carl on early, have a good old natter, find out a little bit about Carl, how the lockdown's affecting him as a musician, and find out how he started. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, kickstarting us off now. If you are new to the show, or new to Target Radio, we always start, okay, on a Monday and a Tuesday at least, with something from The Who. And with no exception, how about this one? Are you playing? Yes, of course you will. Oh, it's even raining on The Who record. It's Love Reign Over Me. Sit back and enjoy this beautiful song. The Truth There, here on Target Radio. Confusion hits us every time. But you know, confusion hits me all the time. I don't know about every time. Stevie Wonder's already here. Hey, Stevie, how are you doing? Well, how rude. He says, shut up and let's get on with the birthdays then. With me, as always, we have Little Cookie here. Ruby, how are you?
I am very, 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 very good.
Very nice. And apparently you're back to school now. Well, not apparently. I know you're back to school now because obviously, you know, I live with you and everything. How's school treating you as a, you know, a key worker child? How's it going?
Good. There's only a few of us in the school, which is really weird, but it's really fun.
Excellent. Nice to be back, though, for all your friends and obviously all your favourite teachers, etc. And
Well, not all of my friends.
not all of your friends, but a few of them, eh? A few of them are there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Good. And you made pizza today, but you didn't like it. So I ate it. Okay, should we do the birthdays then?
I think we should.
Okay, then let's start off then. This is your pick. Who's this?
Melanie Martinez.
Well, happy birthday to you, Melanie. And what is she? Who is she?
She's a singer.
Okay. Okay, movie actress next. Who's this?
Jessica Alba.
She's famous for the film product of the Fantastic Four. And she played Sue Richards, the Invisible Girl. Trust me on that one. Because I am very, very knowledgeable. Or a geek. No, don't say a word. Who's this?
Penelope Cruz.
Also, another movie actress. Happy birthday. Okay, who's this?
Jay Leno.
Yeah, TV show host. He's been on lots of things, but yeah, the Jay Leno show he's most famous for. Happy birthday to you. Okay, and we'll do one more famous birthday person. Who's this?
Ferruccio Lamborghini.
I wonder what he's famous for then, Ruby. What do you think?
I don't know.
Maybe the Lamborghini sports car? It would have been his birthday today, but unfortunately died in 1993. Okay, so on this day, and the day is obviously the 28th of April 2020, but on this day, what happened in 1967? A film was released. Who was it? What was it?
Casino Royale.
And who's that?
James Bond.
Oh, yeah. And this one is, late great Mr. David Bowie released
Starman.
in...
1972.
I'm pleased you can see that because I couldn't, and we've got to play a bit of it, haven't we?
I think
Yeah.
we should.
Okay, while we're doing that in the background, okay, we're going to say hi and good evening to lots of people this evening and say happy birthday to...
Paul Potter.
How old's Paul?
54.
And next up we've got...
Jade Lisa Cardy, and she is 45.
Oh, fantastic. And next up we've got...
D. Kate Dorenkamp.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. And she's doing a charity this evening, and for her birthday, she wants to raise lots of money for the NHS Charities Together. So if you've got a spare fiver or a tenner, go on. You need to donate that, because it's all for good causes. Next one we've got...
Paul Jean Baptiste.
Or Paul Jean Baptiste. I think he's French.
Paul Jean.
Yeah, and how old is Paul?
69.
I think he's a star man. Who's this?
Merck Rocksteady.
I think that's his real name. And another one doing a birthday fundraisers for Charity Together tonight, and it is...
Paul Lewis.
And how old's Paul?
56.
Next up we've got...
Mark Hunter, who is 52. Tigerific Richardson, who is 70.
Somehow I'm not sure that's his real name. We'll go with that though. Okay, next up we've got...
Dave Richardson, who is 70 years old.
And this one...
Sarah Elizabeth Davy.
Davy even. And quite rightly, she's not put her birthday on. And finally this evening we've got...
Deborah Simpson.
And how old is Deborah? It doesn't say! Good. We've got a horrible buzz coming through. I've no idea what that is. Oh, it's your microphone. Yes, it's your microphone, so we cut you off, Ruby.
Hey.
Right, okay, that's it. Thank you very much indeed, young lady. You're going to go back now and watch some Disney Plus, I believe.
No.
No, okay. What are you doing?
Watching YouTube.
YouTube, okay. I'll let you carry on with that one. I'm going to play one more song, and then hopefully we'll have Carl Morris on at the other end of this. Love that. Okay, this is the time of the evening where everything can possibly go wrong. It might do. We're hoping now it won't. Let's have a listen. Hello, would that be Carl Morris?
Good evening. Are we okay?
Yes, I'm good. We've got you on the telephone now and you're live over the internet as well as Target Radio. How are you, my friend?
I'm really good, mate. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Okay, I'm just going to make a few final adjustments here and get you nice and crystal clear. Hopefully that might do it. So we just heard from yourself there, your good self, actually. Must be quite strange listening to yourself over the wireless or the radio. But heard Mr. Twist there, which is a fantastic tune. I love it.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. So, we have Carl Morris with us, and I'm just going to get your bits and pieces up on Facebook as well. But tell us a little bit about how you sort of got into music, really, if you wouldn't mind, please. That would be great.
Oh, it's in it. How long have we got?
All night if need to.
Music. Yeah, all night. Yeah, to be honest, playing is...
Oh, we've lost you there. Okay.
But before...
There we go. Right, let's see if we can hear you now. Okay. Carl, are you there? It's the weather. I honestly, it's the weather. Rotten weather. Carl, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
There he is. There he is. We got him back. Thank goodness for that. I nearly said a naughty word there, Carl. So we'll start that again. How did you get involved in the music scene, my friend?
When Oasis came along and the whole Britpop thing, that made me wanted to start playing. And then I started learning guitar. I think it was about 97, 98. And then within about a year, I think I wrote my first song. So that was the start. I mean, I've been into music before that.
Okay.
I was obsessed with football, really. And then I think once they came along, that changed it round then.
Of course. And just before we go any further, what's your football team?
Man City, of course.
Okay. Sorry, Man United. If anyone out there is supported of the Reds, you're the blue. Right, okay. Carry on, sorry. So, yeah, you got into music, and hopefully you've not gone again. Keep still, Carl. Keep still with that phone. Carry on.
I've not moved.
There he is. He's back. Right, so obviously you sort of ditched the football for music, and did you self-learn the guitar yourself, Carl?
I had a guy teach me the basic chords, really.
Okay.
He'd come round to the house and he taught me how to play this song, how to play that.
Yeah. And what sort of, you took it from there, really, and sort of like experimented and sort of come up with your own things, I suppose, yeah?
Doing it myself then, and that's still what I do now, really. I just learn the basic chords of the tune. Yeah. And then develop it from there.
Well, absolutely. I mean, obviously, music is an individual taste to yourself, and obviously then, when we get it out there in the big wide world, we sort of gasp and think, I hope people like it. And so far, I think the general consensus is that everyone loves you, Carl.
Oh, that's all right. All right with me.
That's it. That's what you want. And obviously, don't let it go to your head. I don't think you are. You're quite a level-headed and, obviously feet on the ground sort of guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been doing it a long time now as well. So, I've been doing it I've been performing 20 years now. So, and it's weird. You get people are mesmerised by it sometimes, and others aren't bothered. So that's why you can't let it get to your head, because you just think, I think I'm good, obviously. And if other people do, then that's great. And if they don't, then that's their opinion, isn't it? But,
of course, everyone's entitled to one, and as long as they're not rude with it. Yeah, as long as they're not rude with it, and happy days. So we've got here, obviously, your acoustic mod, Britpop and indie is your sort of taglines. Let's explore, obviously, the Britpop, which obviously you just sort of like tapped your sort of toe into with obviously Oasis and stuff, and obviously from that sort of area of where obviously is, I suppose the birthplace of Britpop really came from that scene, didn't it? From the Manchester area?
Yeah, well, there was all before that, but obviously I missed out on all the Manchester stuff. Really, I was too young, but I remember it happening, and I was kind of in, like, when I was at school, I was kind of into it, but I was far too young really to get involved. But yeah, then after the Britpop thing, then I started getting into Weller then, and then that sent me down a big mod path, obviously, like millions of others. So then, I really got into the mod scene then, and in fact, probably about 95. I was listening. I got a Small Faces best of, the Kinks, Tunes I've probably heard before as well, but I obviously started listening to him more then.
Yeah, yeah.
So I started getting into that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm into all kinds of music, but they're like the main things that I play.
Right.
So that's why I use that as a tagline, really. But I mean, I do quite a lot of 60s, and I play the odd 90s dance tune, all kinds of stuff, really.
No, that's good. It's good to have sort of an all-round sort of view of music. Obviously, is there anything more than really mod, Britpop and indie, I suppose?
Well, that's it, isn't it?
That's it. You've got it all there covered, really. I mean, obviously, you can go with UK garage and house and drum and bass and that.
Yeah,
Did I just mention any of that? Cry, goodness me. Hang on, I need a slap. There we go. Right. Okay, I'm back to normality now. So, obviously, we've touched on the Kinks and obviously some 60s music and everything. So, who's your sort of go-to 60s sort of, if you're going to cover a song, who would it be and why?
To be honest, it's the Beatles are my favourite 60s band.
Oh,
and they have been for a long time, so...
Well, I heard they were quite good.
Yeah, they did all right, didn't they?
Yeah, they're all right, yeah.
All right.
I think they're split up now.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I've loved them since before I was even into music. My mum said to me the other day, actually, what was the first Beatles song you heard? And I was like, no idea. Because you just kind of grow up, even in Manchester, you just grow up knowing them, don't you?
Of course you do, yeah.
So I don't remember the first time I heard them or anything, but we did used to go to that Beatles museum in Liverpool when I was a kid.
Perfect,
so it would have been... Yeah, it would have been then.
Yes, indeed.
So I've always loved them.
Excellent.
But yeah, there's loads of 60s bands. I think the Kinks are very underrated as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously going with with Ray Davies and his singer-songwriter skills, I mean, I absolutely love Ray Davies's penmanship, if that's a word.
It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable how he can just sort of create something so masterful with, a ballpoint pen, and it's masterful. And, I love, personally, myself, I love, a song that has a sort of story to it. Now, I spoke to somebody, I won't name and shame them. He says, yeah, it was all right first couple of times around, but then the story. Well, yes and no. I still love the story. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm an old sentimental. So, going with your own music and everything, do you do covers, or are you more sort of like you want your own individuality?
A bit of both, but at the minute, the way it's worked out is for a living, I'm mainly doing covers. So I go around, play all over, pubs, clubs, scooter rallies, mod.
Of course, yeah.
Anywhere.
Well, yeah.
And it is mainly covers that I do, but I do nights of playing my own tunes as well. So, like I said, I do a bit of both.
Well, I think, obviously with your own sets and stuff like that, it's not a problem, you're doing all your covers that everyone knows and loves and gets up and has a boogie to. But, you've got to slip in a couple of your own things in there as well, surely. Hello, someone's phoning you. Someone's phoning you now, Carl, saying you're on the radio.
You might be.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously...
It might be, Go on, sorry.
No, I was going to say, obviously, do you slip in your own ones here and there as well?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the night. I always go off what... Sometimes I have a set list and I'll stick to it, but that's rare. I normally go... So if I'm playing somewhere new as well, I'll go there and play and see what people like. And I'll play one of mine if it goes down well, and then I'll play more.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might do a night where I don't play any of mine, and then sometimes I'll do a night where I do all mine.
Oh, fantastic!
It just depends. Yeah, it just depends. I mean, I used to play in a restaurant every week, so I do a different theme as well. And
okay.
So 1 week I might do a Beatles night, 1 week I might do a Oasis night, I might do a Britpop night. Then every now and then do a night and just play all my own.
Yes, indeed.
So I'll just mix it up. Keeps it fresh for me as well.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You don't want to get stale, and obviously, if you start to feel stale, and obviously then you're going to start thinking, right, well, if I'm playing the same thing week in, week out, and we've got the regular people coming in for, whatever they're eating, if it's getting stale, then obviously they're going to perceive that as well. So, yeah, it's good to mix things up. Now, John Broadbent has just been on. He's listening in, and he'd just like to say hello to Carl. So, there you go. I've just said hello on his behalf. He's fantastic, isn't he, John?
Hello, Brody. How are you doing?
Mr. Broadbent there from Pennine Monsters on Facebook. I can't remember what it's called now. I'm sure he'll put me right in a second. But
Poses, yeah.
That's the ones, yeah, there definitely are. And I don't know if you've seen some recent tweets and obviously some bits and pieces on Facebook as well. But they're absolutely crazy bunch, but a really lovely bunch of people. I met them in Brighton last year.
I do a few gigs for John and them lot.
Oh, really?
Good crowd. Yeah, they're a good crowd. Yeah.
How's that work out then? How's that? You know, is it for them or is it for via them?
I think John's booked me for. He's put on a few nights of his own.
Yeah.
At Shore 5 Studios in Royton.
Okay.
And then he gets involved with some of the scooter rallies as well. So he's booked me for one later this year, but obviously we don't know if that's going to happen. But
we'll touch on that in a second.
And then he sees me at other. He comes to all the other, like the March of the Mods that I do.
Yes.
He comes to that. So yeah, I see him around a lot. Obviously, I do a lot of mod days and scooter rallies, and he also comes to some of the pub gigs that I do as well. So.
Of course, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's brilliant. And obviously on here, on your bio here, it says, Carll will continue to write, record and play his own material, along with some old and new covers to play to crowds all over the UK and beyond. Now, when we say beyond, where are you thinking of going then? Come on.
Well, anywhere.
Good answer.
As long
as they're paying you the airfare, you don't care, do you?
Exactly, yeah. Well, I did 2 in Sicily.
Yes, I read
last
that.
Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, which were amazing.
Fantastic.
So I'd like to do some more abroad.
Well, that'd be nice, yeah. Get a nice tan along the way as well. But obviously, with the lockdown at the moment, and obviously we're not too sure how we're going sort of places at the moment, it's sort of really impossible to sort of like even open up a diary and have a look into it, you know, because we just simply don't know. And that obviously brings me to my next question. Obviously, with the lockdown the way it is at the moment, and personally, you know, being a mobile DJ and obviously, you know, taking Target Radio on the road and stuff, obviously that's all stopped. It had to stop for obviously social distancing and protecting us and, of course, the NHS and everything. So how's it affected you? You know, financially, is it really, really hurt you in the pocket?
Yeah, well, obviously it's not making a penny. So the first thing you start thinking is, what am I going to do? Got no money coming in because it's my living, so it's my only income.
Yes, of course, yeah.
So yeah, just panic stations at first, but I think it just took a few days and a week to get me out, and then you realise how serious it is. Because I think at first, I don't think anyone was taking it too seriously.
I've heard that so many times, Carl. Yeah,
a few gigs got cancelled, and I was thinking, it's okay. I don't blame you, but I'll do as many as if they want me to play and it's safe, I'll do them. Yeah, and that's honestly what I was thinking. But then as it gradually happened, you think actually it's serious stuff there. So then once you realise, there's more important things. So as long as I'm not going to starve and I'm not going to freeze. So I just thought, as long as I'm just praying this money comes through from the government, whenever that's got, I think it's supposed to say in June. So hopefully,
fingers crossed,
get through till then, and then yeah.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, if you go on to facebook.com and then obviously / your own good name there, Carl Morris, and it's at Carl Morris Music as well. There you go, a couple of little little taglines there. We see a little video there of you playing your guitar, obviously all dressed up to the nines and in a parka. Come on, in a parka playing a guitar. That is absolutely brilliant. But how hard was that playing a guitar with obviously quite a big parka on? Was that really quite hard?
I do it all the time.
Really?
So we're used to it, aren't we?
I suppose so. That's what we do. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
I'll wear the parka. I've got the guitar, but unfortunately, I can't do both. Actually, I can't even do the guitar on its own. At the moment, I'm still learning. But no, it's fantastic.
I'm sure you'll get there.
I will one day when I pick the thing up. Right. So you played at the Lambretta store over at Liverpool there, which is a brilliant little video. Absolutely fantastic. Moving forward, obviously lockdown gone, and obviously coronavirus evaporated. Where in the UK, I mean, obviously one of these sort of places, like, where you were for this video shoot, where would you really love to play and why? Oh, I like these questions.
That is a good one.
That means all the other ones are rubbish then, right, okay.
Yeah. To be honest, the second one I did, both in Sicily were amazing, but the second one I did was a mod festival on a beach in Sicily.
Oh, lovely.
It was, that for a setting was unbelievable. And they had it was all set out beautiful with candles and lighting, and the sea was here. Oh, it was just, that was amazing. So that would have been one to do on the beach, but I've done that. So I'd like to do one on a boat, I think.
That could be a good idea, like some sort of cruise or something like that. That would be fantastic. Yeah. Get all the old mods on there, with their parkas on and everything. Yeah. And,
there's these mod cruises, isn't there, that they do?
Yeah, there is some,
Yep. Yeah, I have thought about getting in touch with them, so I'm not sure who books the artist, but yeah, that's something on the book, but maybe something a bit, I don't know, maybe something, I don't know.
Well, I can tell you separately off the radio who to actually contact for that one, so I'll text you the details.
Okay.
And yeah, of course I can. Yeah, no problems at all. I was set to meet the gentleman. I'm going to send you all the details. So I was set to meet him, obviously, for March of the Mods in April, just gone. And unfortunately, what's he doing now, for goodness sake? Is John Broadbent again texting me and messaging me? Doesn't he know it comes through on the wireless as well? Yeah. Apparently, he needs to get on stage with Johnny Marr, he goes on about. What's that all about then?
Fair enough, I don't know.
No, nor do I, but what a great idea.
Yeah, I won't say no.
That's it.
Listening.
Just no gladioli, please.
That might have been him on the phone before.
It could have been, yeah. Johnny Marr, you mean? You never know. Right, OK, I'm going to read a couple of these brilliant recommendations and reviews here. I won't tell you who it's from. Obviously, you probably know already, but fantastic set from this guy, and what a great voice he has. People in the pub loved him, and all their mates have seen videos and said they were gutted they've missed him. But he'll be back, and I won't read that bit. And we're really nice chap too, highly recommended. And another one here says, genuinely nice guy and a great singer. Have seen him a couple of times. Hello, why are we all echoey now? No idea. There we go. Have seen him a couple of times and now hired him for a recent charity gig where everyone enjoyed. Would definitely recommend. I mean, they are two fantastic recommendations and reviews for you there, Carl. And he's gone. Where are you, Carl? Oh, dear. Right, I'm going to have to try again. I'm going to see if we can get hold of him. OK, here we go. Because we seem to have lost him there. I've no idea why. There we go.
Hello.
Hello, Carl. That was actually good timing. Gives you a breather. And obviously I read a couple of recommendations and reviews there off your Facebook page. You're also on Instagram as well, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Excellent. Nobody knows that you actually went and the call was dropped there. No one knows, OK? OK, so we'll keep that a little secret. Right. So you're on Carl Morris Music on Instagram as well. And apparently, do you prefer Instagram over Facebook?
Do you know what? I think Facebook works better for me, which I was never on any of them, to be honest, before I started deciding to do this properly for a living.
Yes.
And people was mad at me, say, oh, you should get on Facebook, do that. And I was like, oh, because I weren't on it anyway. But it is good for getting gigs, and because everything's on one page.
Yes, it
all
is,
your videos are there, all your gigs are there, all your reviews are on there, whereas Instagram is just pictures, videos.
Yeah.
Twitter, there's not much on Twitter that you can. So really, it is better for me, Facebook. But I use all three.
Well, I think you should, yeah. I think you should. Spread yourself out on all three of those social media platforms. Yeah. I mean, Snapchat can go and do one, because I really don't understand it anyway.
No, I don't get that.
No, I don't get that either. I think you've got to be about 13 with... no, I'm not going to say no more than that. But Snapchat can go and do one. I actually applied to go on Snapchat. I looked at it and I thought, no, I'm too old for all that. And quite frankly, it doesn't work for what I do as well. So, yeah, you're quite right. The three social media platforms, Facebook, obviously Instagram, and Twitter's good to get in sort of like bits and pieces out. I mean, obviously, you're limited to what you can write and how much. And
exactly, yeah.
But, no, it's quite good. You can get good links from it as well. So, I'm a fond lover of Twitter. It's easy to understand and navigate. But you can miss so much on there as well, really, to be fair.
Yeah. I've been using it more since the lockdown. Because normally I just go on Facebook and I scroll on there. Instagram I go on every now and again. But, I've been doing all these listening parties on Twitter as well. So they've been good.
Yeah, of course,
so I have been using it a lot more. But to be honest, I don't get that much... I don't have many followers, I don't get much reaction on there, so I tend to just, but I do use them all. It's just Facebook works better, I think.
Of course, yeah.
For me, anyway.
Now, what I'm going to do for you, as we speak right now, actually, no, I better wait because it'll ping, 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 ping all day long. I'm going to select all of my followers from Target Radio and myself, and I'll just tell you how many roughly that's going to be. That's going to be about 3,500 odd people. I'm going to recommend your page to all of my followers and obviously friends and everyone in the business to give you a little like and a follow on the Carl Morris at Carl Morris Music on Facebook. So it just gets another bit of awareness out out there for you as well. Now, obviously, that's okay. It's what we do. And obviously, we'll promote you on, obviously, as moving forward, we'll throw these 3 songs onto our playlist. I say throw. We're going to place them gently into our playlist selection on Target Radio. Make sure they're played throughout the next few weeks as well to get, obviously, a little bit more awareness while we're all sitting at home twiddling our thumbs and listening to music and watching things on Facebook. So what's your plans moving forward then? Obviously, I know it's hard to open the diary up at the moment, but obviously, let's take the lockdown away. What's your sort of plans moving forward?
Yeah, well, like you just said, once lockdown's over, I'll carry on with the gigs that are booked in from whenever, as long as the pubs... Because another thing is you don't know what money the pubs are going to have.
That's the thing as well, because we don't even know...
Whether they're going to have live entertainment.
We don't even know if pubs are going to be reopening anytime soon as well, because obviously, To
be honest, I'm trying not to think about it. But obviously, as soon as it's back to normal, whether they open and it's not back to normal, I'll just carry on with the gigs I booked in, and then hopefully the ones that I've missed out on, I've said to them, we'll try and reschedule. So I'll just carry on as I left off.
Of course, yeah.
All the things that we got cancelled, we'll just try and reschedule them and do them from whenever we start again.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's all we can do, really, isn't it?
Well, that's it. I mean, obviously, there's so much unknown at the moment because obviously nobody really knows what we can do and what we can't do. Obviously, at the moment, we're in total lockdown. We can only go to work. Obviously, if you're a key worker, work from home. Obviously, I'm not going to, throw it down people's throat. They all know what they should be doing. But, as you say, it is the unknown. And really, for us as performers, singers, songwriters, musicians, whatever the case may be, going out there and trying to earn a crust, it's very, very difficult. Now, obviously, there was in the news this week that everyone that's sort of like, frontline or, indeed being sort of, what's that word, furloughed. Really different word. Yeah. I thought it was something to do with horse racing, but there you go. They're saying now, do you fancy going to do fruit picking? I mean, would you? That is back-breaking stuff, and I mean, I'll be honest with you, at my age, I don't think I could do it anyway, but I'm going to ask that question to you. Carl, would you go and do picking strawberries while you're on furlough?
I don't know. If depends how desperate I get.
Absolutely.
Start losing a bit too much weight and getting hungry, then I might have to.
Yeah, do you know something? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, my luck. If I signed up to do it, just to try and help out, I'll end up picking mushrooms, and I absolutely hate them and allergic to them as well. But
my mum's allergic to mushrooms as well.
Are you really?
No, she won't be happy. No, my mum is.
Oh, your mum? Okay. I found out many years.
Strawberries, she's like. I was picking them, bringing them home. But mushrooms.
No, can't do mushrooms. I can't even touch them because if I touch them and put them anywhere near my lips start to swell up. And I found out a very hard way that I had a chicken dish in a restaurant once, and my neck started to swell up. And my mate was telling me, he said, "You all right?" I went, "Yeah, I'm fine." He went, "Your neck's swelling up." And I went, "Yeah, whatever." And as he said it, I started feeling it, and it was going up as like a balloon. And obviously, he got an EpiPen out, and obviously, the paramedics came, and God bless the NHS, basically, it saved my life. But found out that I'm actually allergic to mushrooms. I never liked the look of them anyway. Dirty things that grow on trees. Come on. Yeah, absolutely. So I'll deliver them, but I won't touch them. So moving forward then, so obviously we'll wait till this lockdown is pretty much done and dusted and coronavirus is a thing of the past that we can tell our children, yes, you remember lockdown? Yes, we remember 2020. But we can obviously move forward after this horrible virus is well eradicated and we move forward. I'm looking forward to seeing you play. Now, obviously, we just don't know where you're going to be. We just don't know at the moment, do we?
Well, that's it. No, I can't. Well, hopefully, once we get the go-ahead, I can come back on and chat to you then and tell you where I'll be. And
our telephone is always ready for you, Carl, because that would be absolutely splendid. Because obviously, musicians like yourself, I'm not saying you need a helping hand, but it doesn't hurt to get another platform out there to play your music, just to get you more noticed. I mean, if one more person follows you tonight after I click that button, that's one more person you wouldn't have had. And that, exactly, for me, for Target Radio and the existence of Target Radio, that is exactly what I'm sitting here for, night after night, day after day. Pretty much it takes over my life, but I absolutely enjoy doing it. I love listening to fresh new music. It's brilliant. And I have a real good fundamental understanding of how hard musicians really work, because I had a guitar now, as I said, right at the beginning of our interview, for about 3 years now, And I just simply have not had enough time to pick it up to even learn I actually know about a chord and a half, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah. And that, for me, has shown me so much appreciation for people like yourself that not only know how to play the guitar, know your chords, and obviously, put words to music. I never know how you do that, but, hats off to you. To actually go out there and perform it.
Don't ask me either, I ain't got a chord.
Now, I'm going to ask you about that just very quickly, actually. Now we're on that note of actually singing and songwriting. Are you a pen and paper, or do you use sort of modern technology like iPhones and stuff like that now? And when do you get your sort of like, your song? When do you get your song lyrics from, and when do they come to you? Is it at night, during the day? Are you happy? Are you sad? So lots to unpack there.
Yeah, do you know, I don't use either. It's in my head. So I don't write that many, especially now. I get probably about 2 a year. So and then I can't sit down and go, right, I'm going to write a song. I tried it once and it was horrendous.
Did you dry up? Did it just dry up straight away?
Yeah, it just, if someone says, oh, write me a song, or I sit down and say, let's write a song. I don't work like that. It comes out normally when I'm just sat there playing guitar and I'll play a few chords. Well, that sounds all right.
Yeah.
And then a few words come, and then sometimes I'll do it in the day. Sometimes it might be a year later, and I've finished the song. And it's all just in my head. I never write them down.
Okay.
All the chords. I just remember them.
That's good.
So,
I mean, obviously...
Maybe I should, because there's times when you do think of stuff and you don't write them down and then you forget.
Absolutely. Well, I would suggest writing them down as soon as possible. Now, I'm going to give you a little story here about Paul Weller once. He wrote all of his songs down on scraps of paper, books and things like that. And once he got the song down, recorded, whatever the case may be, and got it out there in the general public, he threw them away. He threw his song lyrics away. Now, thinking about it, 20, 30, 40 years later, how much do you think they'd be worth?
Yeah, a lot.
Exactly.
I think Gallagher used to do that as well.
Yeah.
Because I think people in the studio used to pick them out the bin and then they've still got them.
Yes, indeed, yeah. I don't think he done that, Paul, and I think he just threw them, and like you say, he had it in his head. He just went out there, belted the songs out, and recorded album after album after album with the Jam, and obviously with the Style Council, and now obviously studio albums galore, obviously under himself as a solo artist. I don't know if he still keeps anything written down. I've no idea. I'll have to find out.
No, I have wrote a few down when I did a book once with like a few of my songs, just one after I wrote them, obviously. But when I'm actually doing one, I just remember it.
That's amazing, really, though, when you think about it, and it's something simplistic as, a piece of paper, scrap paper, and, even a pencil, words or something like that, to throw them away. My goodness me. So, there we go. Lesson learned. If anything else this evening, if you write any more songs, make sure you write them down.
I will.
You never know. You might forget the words halfway through, Carl. At least you have them in front of you then. You never know.
I've done that before.
There you are. Mind you, if they're your own, you can sort of like hum a little bit of it. I often say that with a few of the commercial release songs where they hum halfway through and you think, yes, they obviously
the only
didn't
trouble
have
is if you're doing a gig and your mates are there and they know them. And you forget, and then they're looking at you and they're singing it, and they're like, you forgot the words, haven't you? You forgot the words.
Especially the ones that go and see you every single week, Yeah,
you can't get away with it then.
No, indeed. I mean, you can't even go, and hum that little bit. Because obviously they're there, they know straight away. Yeah, that obviously makes you feel very embarrassed, I would have thought, and a little bit, Right, okie dokie. Now, obviously, we've mentioned your Facebook, we've mentioned Instagram, and of course, we've mentioned Twitter, but... let me know how we find you then. So, Carl Morris, the platform is now yours. First and foremost, then, let's do Facebook. How do we find you on Facebook, please?
It's facebook.com/Carl Morris Music.
Perfect. And on Instagram?
Instagram is @Carl Morris Music.
Perfect. And obviously on the Twitter?
It's the same, that's @Carl Morris Music.
There we go.
Pretty simple, really. I kept it simple, you see.
Do you know how many people haven't? And that is why I always ask that question, because we try and split it up and make sure that all three of these social media platforms, I think the best three anyway, like I said, there's a dozen more out there, Tumblr and all of them. But again, there's one more picture and that's it.
There is a SoundCloud account as well.
Yes, of course, yes.
Original, I think there's about 5 or 6 original tunes on there. But the link to that is on my Facebook. But
Perfect.
I think it's soundcloud.com facebook.com/Carll Music.
I think you're
it's the
right.
same.
I'm looking right
Yeah.
now. Yes, you are absolutely right. If you go about 2 scrolls down on the right-hand side where it says send message, underneath it's got soundcloud.com /Carll Morris Music, or one word. You'll find it there, and the link is there. And I'm just clicking the link now, and there you are. Brilliant. Lovely. Now, obviously, I'm just going to quickly read through these, and one I've already played, which was Mr. Twist, which you've put here as a live demo. Now, all these are...
Yeah, they're all live demos.
any reason why you call them demos?
Only because it's all the time I've been into the studio. I haven't recorded anything. I think
that's okay. I just hit my head there, but don't worry.
Have you?
Don't worry, I'm okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Right, so they're all live demos. Why though?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Basically, I recorded them live. Basically.
Okay.
I mean, they are the full songs, but at the time, I was thinking I want to do something with them.
Yeah.
But I don't know what exactly yet. So I just went into the studio and just recorded them live, basically. So it's as if I was at a gig. I just played and sang at the same time.
Gotcha.
And then I left them as they were. So I suppose they are the full songs. It's just that they've not been... I just thought I'd call them demos, as there's not been any work done on them, really.
Well, do you know, I don't think you need to. Personally, I mean, I've played all of these on here, and obviously I've got a few that you sent me as well, which obviously I knew. Obviously, I just couldn't lift them off the SoundCloud, device here. So obviously you sent them to me with lots of love, and I love them. So I'm going to play "Hung on You" shortly after we finish our interview today, which will be in a few minutes' time. I love that one, and just tell us a little bit about "Hung on You" just very quickly, just the bare bones, really. Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah, that's probably the best lyrics I've ever done, I think. It's basically a song about clothes.
Oh, right, okay.
Being a mod, and I really pick it up. I spent a fortune on clothes.
I think we all do.
But I was like, yeah. So I had like a full wardrobe of clothes. I've got 2 wardrobes of clothes and shoes and stuff I've never wore, never will.
No, I've got something like that myself. I've got a pair of shoes. I'll never wear them. My wife doesn't know.
I've got about 7 pairs that I've not even touched, and jackets and pocket scarves and, pocket squares and scarves and hats, all sorts.
You're worse than me.
I was like, I'm saving them for a rainy day, or, save for special.
Well, it's bloody raining today, so get one on. Get one on now. Go on.
Yeah. I'm a bit better these days, but at the time I wasn't wearing it, so it's kind of written from the position of the clothes, basically.
Yeah.
Saying, why aren't you just looking at me, you're not wearing me, basically. So,
okay.
You listen to their lines about desert boots and pocket squares. There's a Fred Perry line in there, and yeah.
That's it.
So it's just about clothes.
And every time we play it, Fred Perry gets a little bit richer, and obviously the Desert Boots makers, whether they're icon or anything. Yeah. Right. We love Fred Perry's, why not? Oh, dear. Okay, and obviously we've got, I'm going to play another one before we go home this evening as well, which will probably be in the second hour of our show. And this one, okay, is Ecstatic. And I like that as well. Again, live demo. Just tell us briefly a little bit about Ecstatic as well, please.
It's about... I was seeing a girl at the time, and we just had...
It's always about a girl!
Yeah. To be honest, not many of mine are. Oh, there is a few, actually, thinking about it now. They're normally nasty ones, though.
Yeah, we won't play those.
Yeah. So I can't say too much about it, but it's like that. Just like a magical moment, really.
Oh, fantastic. We're going to play both those. Not back-to-back, obviously, because we don't want to ram it down their throats, or shall we? Oh, what the hell, we're ramming it down their throats. That's why I'm here. And I'm sure everyone will love it for me to play both those tracks back-to-back as well. So, all it leads me to do then is to say thank you very much indeed to Mr. Carll Morris. It's great to get you on, finally. I know we had a little chit-chat about a month ago, then obviously the virus hit, and obviously I went all over the place because I was trying to sort this, that, and the other out. And then we sort of didn't continue with the communication, and I sort of communicated yesterday, and I went, Carll, are you coming on tomorrow? Because I didn't know how he left it, and obviously I was looking at stuff on Instagram. We were obviously doing some direct messaging through, and for some reason, my fault completely. I forgot to send you all the details, so obviously we got them there. And we're here now, so it was a fantastic interview.
We tried it out.
We got it out in the end, and it's brilliant to speak to you, my friend. friend. It was really good. John's messaged me again. What's he want now? Oh, my goodness me. I'll read them out later. He's jumping up and down.
That's what it is.
Well, it's actually John said to me, I mean, obviously I come across your music anyway, Carl, as I do a lot of music. I scout a lot as well. But John said to me, he really knows you well and you're really going to be a really good guest. And do you know something? He's completely right. You are a brilliant guest! Yes!
That's very nice. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Well, anyway, I hope the lockdown won't last too much longer and you get back out there and doing what you do best is obviously play music and entertain people with your fantastic covers and, more importantly, your exceptionally really good original material. And we're going to play two of them now then, my friend, OK? But for now...
Fantastic.
I'd like to say thank you ever so much indeed. You've been a wonderful guest this evening. And have a lovely evening, whatever you're up to.
You too. Look after yourself.
And yourself. And remember, I've got to say this, keep it Target Radio. Take care, my friend.
Cheers, mate.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye now. There we go. Carl Morris there. And I think it's only right and fitting that we play both of these tracks. Oh, back to back. I spent my own microphone off there. I'm all a jitter. Right, okay, I'm going to have a little rest and play these. What a fantastic song! Carl Morris there. We've just spoken to him. And of course, if you're on Facebook and you follow me, Cookie, and Target Radio, you'll find now in your inbox a little thing called Like Carl Morris's Page. Why not indeed? He's a very, very nice fella. And he needs all the support that we can give him here in our little land called the UK and beyond as well, because he often says, well, I'd like to go back to Sicily and somewhere else as well. As long as you're paying, I'll come along with you. It's Carl Morris again. Can't get enough of him now. There he is, Carl Morris. Acoustic mod, Britpop, and indie. And what a beautiful, beautiful song. Love that. And thank you once again to Carl Morris for jumping on this evening and joining us here at Target Radio and having a really good old natter about him, music, and, of course, the gigs that hopefully will be lifted very shortly after the lockdown has gone. Right, OK, let's move forward then. And, just remember that Carl Morris's podcast will be available for those that subscribe to Target Radio Podcast on iTunes. You'll see the link on my page, Target Radio live page for presenters and listeners. I'll put some links up there. We'll have that as a podcast by the end of the week. And also, if you've missed? Wait, what do you mean you've missed it? Oh, for goodness sake. If you've missed it as well, we'll have the whole show back-to-back on the Mixcloud at the end of the week as well. Yeah, give yourself some more work. Why not? Oh, fantastic. Carl Morris says, cheers again for having me on. You're very welcome indeed, Carl. Hang on.
Come in.
He wants to come in and play live. Well, we can't at the moment. That's Carl Morris, and I'm sure we'll be able to do that in the future. Anyway, we are on Facebook Live. Hello! I don't know why I said it like that. The only problem is, when I go on Facebook Live, everyone seems to switch off the radio. But you can do both, you know. Get to hear some great music in glorious stereo. And you get to see me now and again as well. Why you want to watch me on Facebook Live, I have no idea. Come on, get a life. Anyway, for those who haven't got a life, or are just really nosy, I want to say hello to Narinder Singh. Hello, my friend, how are you? Rob Smith, hello, my friend. Hope you're well. Stop joining, I'm still reading the names. Katie Cotton, hello. And Les Webster. Hello, Les. How are you, my friend? Bruce McDougall. I think I've heard that right. Or was it McDougall? Yeah, McDougall. I do apologise, Bruce. Good day, Bruce. Even though you're probably from Scotland, so... no, I won't do that. I won't do that. The poet, Jason Disley, has joined us this evening. Hello, Jason. How are you? And Oliver Poppincourt. Hello, Oliver. How are you? I'd like to say hello to everyone. Trisha Peterson, hello! And McCarthy's James has joined us this evening. Hello there, how are you? Andrew Fitzman. Hope you're well as Tracy Elizabeth. Hello, how are you, Tracy? And Vern Richardson. Hello, Vern. An old school friend, my goodness me. Heidi Spindler mourned. Hello, Heidi. How are you? I hope you're well. Stay in, stay safe. Brian Lindsay. Hello there, my friend. How are you, Brian? And Paul Merrick. Hello. Grant Evans. Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm hoping you're good as you can be. Stay indoors, everybody. Protect the NHS and, obviously, each other. John, where are you, John? You've gone. Hello, everyone keeps joining me now. John Whittington. Hello, John. And Phil Stanley. Good evening. Grant Evans says, hello, I'm in the house. Well, get out of my house. Get in your own. I'm only kidding, Grant. Lovely to hear from you and see you again. Darren Tuck. Do you know, I might play one of his later. Darren Tuck, great singer-songwriter. I'll have to get him on. And Carl Atom, you're here. And Vinny Taylor. Hello, Vinny. Ian Shaw says Carlos. Well, Carlos back. No idea what. Okay, and then we've got somebody else. Unfortunately, I can't read Spanish. What's that all about? I've got to turn the translator on. Hang on a minute. It goes, good afternoon, warrior of God, and something else. Well, good evening, good afternoon, and goodbye. See ya. Where's he gone? John Utterly. Chris Pope from the Chords. Hello, Chris. Hello. Jason Kelly. Hello. And Michelle Cantiff. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, I do apologise. Michelle, lovely to have you on board. Darren Tuck, good evening. Good evening. Back to you, Darren. And Snowy Dyson, for now. Now, I mentioned Chris Pope because, funny enough, I've got a Chords UK track coming up right now. Well, it is, of course, it is the way of life. The British way of life. See what I've done there? I hope you're going to enjoy this, because I always seem to talk over the end where you're supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Well, I'll try not to this time. Here is the Chords UK with the British way of life. Oh, I love this. And you watch Facebook now, go, oh, you're not playing that here. Watch me.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
See, I didn't talk that time. Okay. Chris Pope will kill me if I talk over that last bit. That's probably the best bit of the whole song. No, I'm only kidding. Okay, it is a great song here now. It's the 5:15 with Boot Suits. Okay, let's say hi and good evening. Just to a few more of you then before we pack it up and go home for the evening. Darren Tuckco continues, says, Daddy and daughter time live on air. How cute. It wasn't planned, honestly, Darren. It really wasn't planned. Paul McKenna, not that one. Well, we don't know, actually. He could be hypnotising me right now. Hiya, Sean. Guest interview with Carl Morris. Pennine posers always. Oh, thank you very much indeed. I love that comment. Paddy Roberts has joined us. Michael Phillips. Hello, Michael. Mr. FP himself. He'll know what I mean. Wendy Wu has joined us this evening as well. Lovely to have your company here, Wendy. Great. Ian Shaw, Denton Massive in the area, M34. Thank you very much indeed. And Darren Tuck. He's still there. He's joined again. Paul Flemming, can't keep him away. Paul Fleming's joined, and Grant Evans has joined us again and shared this video. Don't! Honestly, they give people nightmares. We don't want to do that. Oh, we've had quite a few responses to Carl Morris this evening, and they're all with love. And Carl Morris is a brilliant, brilliant mate, he said. And Ian Shaw says, thanks for promoting our mate, Carl Morris. He's a top guy and a great musician. And D. Morris, hello. Thank you for promoting my son, Carl Morris. I'm very proud of all of he's achieved with his music, and he's worked very hard over the many years, made lots of friends through his love of music and strength of character, has stood him in good stead. Oh, that is fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. And yes, we've just got that out as well on the internet. That was Mum, I think. Oh, lovely. Don't forget, we'll have the Mixcloud Listen to Game feature, hopefully by Friday. Thanks very much to John Broadbent from the Pennine Posers, who introduced me to Carl Morris, and obviously the rest, as they say, is history. Okay, what isn't history is more for the future at the moment. Cobb's You and You is coming up at 9 o'clock this evening, and for those who don't know who Cobb is, he's a brilliant young musician, and he plays lots for Underground and Unsigned, so stay tuned for that. And after Cobb, we've got him back. It's Mike Thompson with his very first edition of the Beatleology Hour. For those who don't know what Beatleology is, you have to tune in, because he'll tell you all about the Beatles and what Beatleology actually means. It's a real word, apparently.